This is Charles from Abysmal Dawn, and you're listening to Metal Wani. Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Awesome. Doing very good.
How excited and nervous are you, for the album that just came out recently? I mean, the opinions have been expressed in the reviews and they sound pretty good.
Yeah, I think for the most part, it's been our, I guess, most well received record so far. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm happy that everyone's liking it. For the most part, I'm sure there's some people are out there that think we suck, but that's always how it goes. And especially when there's more and more people liking the band, there's always more people that dislike the band, and that's just how it goes. So, but like I said, I'm happy that more people like the band these
Yeah.
days, and more people seem to be into the record. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The album sounds awesome to me, at least. I don't know about the people who think the band suck because, well, they don't have.
Oh,
I,
these people don't exist. Let's not talk about them.
yeah.
I just made that up. But yeah.
Yeah. So, have you started playing the songs, on live shows yet? I mean, how is the crowd responding to the songs live?
Uh, Fantastic. Actually, we just did a tour with Deicide and Septic Flesh and Inquisition,
Yeah.
and we played 3 new songs at the beginning of the tour. And yeah, the response was great for all 3 of them. I even saw some people like singing along on like a song. So
Okay.
obviously they downloaded the song early, and yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it's been going great. I feel like our songs are written uh, to be played in a live setting.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm glad people enjoy it in a live setting.
Okay. So now that you did speak about people downloading the songs in advance, what do you feel about that?
I don't know. I have mixed opinions, but in a way, it's good because all these bands get heard when they weren't able to get heard before. The
Okay.
internet makes things so accessible,
Yeah.
and people can hear a whole album and decide if they want to buy it after
Yeah.
the fact. But it hurts that fans aren't going out and buying the records, because in turn that means record companies are selling less records, and that means budgets shrink for bands
Yeah.
and get less money to record an album, and it makes it harder in that sense. And then the only way that a band can make money anymore is on tour, and having a tour all the time is hard on some bands.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. The first two tracks that released made us all expect a lot from the album because they sounded insane. And I couldn't help but notice the distinct difference between the two songs in terms of the structure. Now, you have in fact experimented with some of, with with a lot of things a lot this time around. It's a very different album from what you guys usually do. I mean, it's not the usual straight up no nonsense brutal mix of speed and intensity and groove like, your older albums. So do you think this is a point of change from, for the band? Like, is this when you're going to go out and do something new?
It's a possibility. I feel like there's a little bit of experimenting on every album, though. I mean, I don't know. From going back to programmed, there's keyboard parts on some songs. There's an acoustic instrumental with orchestration on it. Our last album has The Sleeper Awakens is more of like a epic like doom track
Yeah.
with sort of like whispery vocals and clean guitar,
Yeah.
which was something that we never done before. And this album has sort of like clean chanting, like sort of clean singing on it on a song, and
Yeah.
there's you know more like a chanting on it as well on other spots, and uh, I don't know, maybe the arrangements are a little bit more epic in most of the parts. There are a couple songs that are more straight to the point,
Yeah.
um, but there's also a lot of longer arrangements on there as well. So I don't know. We never really think about it too much, other than we just want our records to differentiate from each other. But we just want to play what makes us happy, basically. And that's I think we do that with every album, and hopefully people seem to like it. So
Yeah. So how important do you think is, experimentation, like, that we hear from, music these days, especially in metal? Do you think bands should, consciously try to experiment, innovate, or should they, more or less stay true to their roots and let innovation happen as a natural process?
I mean, uh, it's tough. Like I know there are these bands that go out of their way and really try and do something different, and I feel like that's good. I mean, it's definitely important to progress with the music and progress with the genre, but you can count on less, like one hand, maybe bands that have actually like advanced the genre, or there are some bands that I'll hear maybe they're doing something a little bit different, but honestly, I think their songwriting shit, and I wouldn't listen to it. It's like you're doing something uh, out of the sake of just being weird and trying to um,
Yeah.
turn heads and wow people with just like how different you are, but you can't write a fucking song, and that gets on my nerves too, because I feel like both aspects need to come together. I think to
Oh,
uh, really be something cool and all that. I mean, uh, they're both two things that I think are equally important. And there's some bands I just, you know, I can enjoy. They're not necessarily reinventing the wheel, but they're writing songs that in a genre that's been played for a very long time, but it's still interesting to me, and I still enjoy listening to it. I think what the most important thing is putting out music that people enjoy.
yeah.
So
Okay. Like you mentioned, you guys played with Septic Flesh and Inquisition, and it's a pretty intense lineup. So, like touring heavily to support a new album has become a mandate these days. Like you did mention that before too. Now, what does your schedule look like to promote this? I mean, you did one tour. Is there another coming up?
we're talking about doing stuff early next year. We also have a European tour planned, starting in February.
Okay.
So yeah, there's stuff in the works. All not necessarily confirmed just yet,
Okay.
but yeah, definitely.
So, is India anywhere on that list? Like, the scene here is growing. It's kind of, positive. Are you aware of the metal scene here, or have you heard about anything about Indian music or metal for that matter?
Sure. I know. What was it? I know someone actually who writes for another webzine out here that's from India,
Okay.
and I don't know. I don't know if you know Andrew Bansal.
Oh, I do know him.
Yeah, yeah. So I know him, and I have friends that have, I guess, played out there before. I know the guys from Intronaut said they played out there. Obviously, they're a different style of
Yeah.
heavy music than us. Um, but yeah, I don't guess I don't know a ton about the scene, but I know you guys have one, obviously, and I would love to play out there if we ever got an offer.
Yeah, so let's try to make that happen then. So that would be
Cool.
really great to see you guys come play here.
That'd be great. Yeah. I mean, I'm making that your responsibility. So,
Okay, I
yeah.
will take that up.
All right. Thank you.
So how has the songwriting process been, for the band? Like, is it a full collaborative mode, or do the members have their own spaces where they write and then they come up with their parts?
I guess it's mostly comes down to me. Alicio wrote some riffs on this record, some
Okay.
killer riffs. Andy wrote a song. And he also, wrote the riff, not only the riffs, but the drum parts for the song. I just wrote lyrics and helped arrange it, basically.
Okay.
Um, but I mean, everything in the end, it. I mean, it's my band. I've been doing it for the longest time, and I still, sorry,
Yeah.
have a lot of ideas for arrangement. And like in the end, I'm the one that has to sing over it. So, um, I've had sort of ideas about how vocals should flow and how songs should progress. Um, but I guess for the most part, I write stuff at home, or members write stuff at home, and then uh, we we send each other demos and sort of work stuff out more on on computers and stuff like that. We don't really have the luxury of a rehearsal space anymore, and our drummer had moved up north about 6 hours away from me, so it made it harder to write like in a normal band rehearsal situation.
Okay.
Uh, so we did write um, some things based on jam sessions, where I took like Scott's drum patterns and sort of kept them and then elaborated on a song.
All
But
right. Okay. Okay. So, coming to the business album angle of making music, what has helped the band survive and stay true to the genre for 10 years now? We see a lot of promising bands they drop out solely due to financial viability, or because especially because they're in a metal band. And what as per you should be an upcoming band's focus to keep going and make a living out of metal?
I don't know. I would say we're probably stupid and for staying with this genre for as long as we can. We're not like out to make a lot of money. Obviously, we're just out to play music we enjoy. Uh, Things financially have gotten better for the band as we've gone along, but it's taken years to achieve that, and you know, it's. I almost feel like the only reason I still do it is pride or like not wanting to quit, and that's how I feel most musicians are, or most people that keep at this is just stubbornness and not necessarily you're financially secure doing something like this. It's just like you have the passion and drive to do it, because like we're talking about, like today there's hardly any money in it, and if there is, it's like you're going on tour 9 months out of the year, or whatever. But I don't know. There's a lot of little tips I could give on um,
Yeah.
touring smart and stuff like that, where you don't lose your ass on tours, because we were uh, we have had those situations where people are like, oh, man, there's no way you can fucking do this tour on that money, and we
Yeah.
still come home with money. So um, we're
Wow.
probably miserable doing it, but
Yeah.
try and make the best of this situation, and yeah.
But don't you think the passion and the drive to want to keep going is what really makes a successful band? I mean, you're doing it, you're doing well. There must be other bands that are also doing it and are also doing well. So don't you think that once you get out of that bad phase, there's always like every cloud has a silver lining?
Yeah, I definitely think so. That's why I was saying, like, we've it's been a very slow build for us,
Yeah.
and but now things are like finally like kind of paying off. I guess things started to finally look good. I guess on the last record on Leveling,
Yeah.
and now on this album, things are going well. So um, we're not rich, and you're not in this genre of music to get rich, but at least when you go out on tour, you're not, I guess, losing your ass like I was saying. So
Yeah. So, you seem to be, somebody who really loves to tour. So, what is it about touring that you love the most?
I guess I like the new experiences that come with touring. Meeting new people and
Yeah.
just seeing places that you never would see on your own. Seeing uh, more of you know places that like of the U.S. than I ever would have saw. Like just you know on my own or Canada or whatever. I mean we and then now we're gonna go to Europe. I probably never would have been able to uh, afford a European vacation or something myself. So I think that's part of the aspect of doing it is it keeps your boring mundane life interesting. Yeah.
Okay, so you also have a side project in the form of a doom band called Bereft. Now, how are things at that end? Can we expect an album from there anytime soon?
I wouldn't say we're gonna be doing a new Bereft album anytime soon. Sasha has been really busy with Intronaut and
Okay.
and other things in his life too. I know he builds guitars for people now, and
Oh, okay.
so his time's kind of split between that. I don't know Intronaut's already like not only are they touring, but they're working on another record already. So
Yeah.
uh, and I'm now that we released an album, I'm touring and trying to focus on that. Um, I'd like to do another Bereft record at some point, but yeah, just I guess all the stars need to align for that to happen.
Okay. So what else does Abysmal Dawn do apart from making music? Do any of you have any interesting hobbies or part-time stuff that you'd like to that you do during the day or whenever you have like an off?
Uh, I don't. I don't know. I'm just gonna start making up shit. I'm like, I'm a taxidermist. Scott collects spores and moths. I don't know.
Oh, that is.
Uh,
How did you come up with that?
I don't worry about it.
I
I
think
don't
there's a
know.
story behind that now.
That's actually a line from Wayne's World. I'm not gonna lie, but um, yeah, no, I don't know. Interesting hobbies. No, I mean this band takes up so much of my time. Like I'll have a day job, and then I basically do this, and it's doing this is almost a full time job in itself. So you don't get as much rest as you would like, and you know, basically manage the band on top of
Yeah.
writing music and stuff for the band. So I know Scott. He also records bands and mixes bands.
Okay.
Uh, Andy's into jujitsu, and
Mhm.
Alicia's into lifting weights and looking pretty. So that takes up a lot of time too. So yeah.
So what's a normal vacation, like a day where you don't have any work? What's it like? What do you do?
Just work on the band stuff, I guess. Like trying to figure out how to get us to Europe and not lose our ass.
No, but
Um,
on a day when you're not thinking about the band is at peace, all this is at peace. What are you doing on that day?
that doesn't happen. So
Oh my God.
I
That's a stubborn
don't.
answer,
Yeah, I don't.
man. But
Um, yeah, I don't know. Hang out with my girlfriend. Uh, that's pretty much my free time, other than band and work, you know. So yeah.
Yeah. So, how are the next few months going to pan out for you? Are there any important milestones in the future that you're looking forward to, and you want to share with your fans apart from going to Europe? Apart from that, is there anything else?
Important milestones. I can't really think of any important milestones now. Hopefully, you bringing us to India. That's one milestone
Yeah.
that everyone's looking forward to, especially your readers. Uh, so don't let us down. It's
I
good.
will.
Um, Other than that, yeah, I don't know. Sorry if I'm running out of
It's okay, don't worry.
things to plug.
Okay, so my last question, to all those people who listen to the album and didn't buy it, or to those who haven't listened to it and should listen to it, describe the album in just one line. You can also address those people, the ones that you didn't really want to talk about so much, them.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have in just one line or one word.
In one line. I'll give you a line.
One line. Okay. I don't know. Uh, I don't know. The best album you didn't buy. I don't know. uh, or I could just say brutal. Just like, it's death metal, so that's you always got to throw in a brutal in there
Okay.
somehow. I don't
Well, do you have any message for your fans, specifically your fans?
know. Thank you for your support. Or your partial support because you didn't buy the record, but you still like the band. I appreciate that. That's half the battle right there. So if you would like to buy the album, I'd appreciate that even more, or a T-shirt or something. So we offer several beautiful editions of our new album on vinyl. Comes with a download card, even though you already downloaded it. Uh, No, I don't know. But no, seriously, like, thank you for the support, and hopefully, we'll see you guys at our shows and hang out. We always like hanging out with fans and yeah, having a crazy, rowdy metal show with everyone. So
All right. Thank you so much, Charles. I had a good laugh.
that's good. I mean, I hope you know not every death metal interview makes you laugh, but I'm glad you laughed at this one. That's good.